So as I was thinking about how I was gonna frame this review, I was only gonna compare each earbud against the Beats Studio Buds. But as I thought about it, I feel like there's a larger discussion that goes beyond just these earbuds. So let's talk about ecosystem. An ecosystem is a family of products that integrates extremely well and efficiently together. Think about the integration between iPhone, Mac, and iPad, or Samsung Galaxy, Samsung Galaxy Book, Samsung Galaxy Tab. The integration allows the company to create unique experiences or offer features you can only get when you pair the devices together. Products like the Beats Studio Buds or Jabra Elite can only provide a general experience through an app. So I guess the question is, can generic earbuds take on an entire ecosystem? Let's see. Okay, let's kick off the comparison against Apple's lineup. AirPods 2nd gen and AirPods Pro versus Beats Studio Buds Pro. There's a lot of earbud names, but let's do it. Honestly, the Beats Studio Buds versus the regular AirPods at face value isn't really a fair comparison. The Beats have way better sound quality. The music quality is way more dynamic with fuller bass, and the Beats offer ANC and the transparency mode. These are features that are hella popular now, and most consumers, even the ones that aren't the most tech savvy, know what they are. But even though the regular AirPods lack some of the fancy new features that the Beats Studio Buds have, it kind of picks up or makes up some ground with the call quality. The mics on these are just clearer, and of course it helps that AirPods have a stem. But not only that, it has wireless charging. I don't care what nobody says. Wireless charging is an underrated feature, and you don't fully appreciate it until you have earbuds that don't offer them. Don't know why Beats Studio Buds don't offer wireless charging when the case is so much bigger compared to most of its competitors. All in all, the edge definitely goes to the Beats Studio Buds. Better sound quality, more features, and call quality and wireless charging just isn't enough to warrant you getting the 2nd gen AirPods over the Beats Studio Buds. It just isn't enough, but there is a case for it. But onto the AirPods Pro. But the game kind of changes once you throw in the AirPods Pro. But keep in mind, technically speaking, the AirPods Pro don't directly compete with Beats Studio Buds. AirPods Pro is like $250, Beats Studio Buds is $150, so there's literally a $100 difference. They will indirectly compete, especially since Apple is selling it on their website as well. Nevertheless, here we go. Just because the Beats Studio Buds are less expensive doesn't mean it sounds cheap. Surprisingly, I actually prefer the sound coming from the Beats Studio Buds over the AirPods Pro. And that's simply because I feel like the AirPods Pro has a more neutral, flat sound signature, while the Beats Studio Buds is more dynamic, has more character, has more bass. So even though they might not be as detailed or not as clear in the mids or the highs, I love bumping to these. So I would give music quality, arguably, because you can argue, arguably to the Beats Studio Buds. But I think this is where that's the only thing that's going for the Beats Studio Buds, because yes, they do share similar features such as active noise cancellation and a transparency mode, but the quality difference is very noticeable. The ANC on the Beats Studio Buds isn't terrible. It can block out some frequencies, but it is nowhere near as powerful as AirPods Pro. And very similar to the transparency mode. The transparency mode on these are really bad. The mics just aren't as clear and things sound robotic. On the Apple side of things, honestly, I think it's the gold standard. It's very hard to touch Apple in terms of transparency mode, and these don't come close at all. Not to mention, there's no spatial audio or auto switching. Then when you add the great call quality, wireless charging, and an air vent, which allows air to pass through and makes it more comfortable to wear, Apple just did a great job nailing the details with the AirPods Pro. So you can make an argument that the Beats Studio Buds sound better, but when it comes to the details and overall experience, I definitely prefer the AirPods Pro for sure. AirPods aside, let's talk about the Galaxy Buds. And Samsung has released so many damn Galaxy Buds, it's getting ridiculous at this point. But there's a lot to cover, and I'll condense this as simply as possible. First, starting off with the Galaxy Buds Plus. Almost 2 years later, and these are still a solid option. I love these earbuds, but they don't hold a candle to the Beats Studio Buds at all. Sound quality, call quality. The Beats Studio Buds just do this so much better. Meanwhile, the Buds Plus, they just sound tinny. Like, these came out 2 years ago, so the drivers weren't as big, and you definitely can tell the drop off in quality when you directly compare them. Plus, the Buds Plus don't even have active noise cancellation, which is like a holy grail feature nowadays. It does have an ambient sound mode for you Apple users, that's transparency mode, but it's not nearly as good. Honestly, the only real reason to pick up the Buds Plus over the Beats Studio Buds is if you really value battery life. But that's it. So don't buy the Buds Plus over any option, really, especially the Beats Studio Buds. That's not the way to go. But things get a little bit more complicated when you compare the Beats to the Buds Live. And honestly, I'm not really sure which one I prefer more. When it comes to sound quality, they have two different approaches. The Galaxy Buds Live has really great highs and a nice low end. The sound that comes out of these are so pretty and they get hella loud. I've explained before that the Beats Studio Buds have a dynamic sound, and compared to the Live, the bass and low end have more depth. I'd even go on to say that the sound quality is a bit more detailed on the Beats side. Like, they're literally two different vibes. On one end, I definitely listen to rap and R&B with the Beats for sure, but I'd switch it up and listen to classical songs or music with a lot of instrumentation on the Galaxy Buds Live. Even comparing the extra features is kind of tough, because on one end, the Beats have way better active noise cancellation than the Buds Live. But when you flip the coin, the Buds Live have a way better ambient sound mode. But where there's some separation is in call quality for sure. The Live have clearer audio, and Samsung has included a proprietary chip to enhance the call quality. Also, battery life is, again, really similar. So I think when comparing these buds, it really comes down to details, which unfortunately for the Beats favors Samsung in the Galaxy Buds Live. There's an air vent, which already adds to how comfortable these are to wear. There's wireless charging, and the Samsung app, you can control the amount of ambient sound you want to come through. So this comparison is a tough one because it's so close in some of the key areas, and they go bar for bar, blow for blow in some of the other areas. But for me, the details add up, and I'd give the slight notch, very slight notch, to the Galaxy Buds Live. But when it gets to the Galaxy Buds Pro, that's where it switches. So I don't think this comparison is even a comparison at all, if I'm being honest, and I'm gonna explain exactly why. The sound quality is extremely identical. I'd say the Buds Pro have cleaner highs and the Beats have a deeper low end. So you can give or take music quality. I'd say they're about equal. The active noise cancellation is pretty identical too, but definitely give the edge in ambient sound mode to the Buds Pro. They just sound more clear and more natural. The Beats Studio Buds sound robotic, they sound a little muffled, they just don't sound as good when you turn on transparency mode. But in my humble opinion, that's as close as it gets. And the Galaxy Buds Pro offer way too many features to pass up for another set of earbuds. And this is gonna directly lead into my larger discussion about the ecosystem. No way, if you're a Samsung user, should you give up all of these things for another pair of earbuds. Same thing vice versa for Apple. When a company like Apple or Samsung can create an experience around an ecosystem and offer exclusive features, it's hard to want to give those up, especially if you have 2 or 3 devices from that manufacturer. For a product to be independent of an ecosystem and convince consumers to purchase that one instead of a more compatible product, it has to nail the essentials. I would need music quality and call quality so good that I don't mind giving up auto switching from the Apple side of things or voice detection from the Samsung side of things. That's how good I would need it to be. But unfortunately, the Beats Studio Buds just didn't do enough in those areas to be good enough, in my opinion, to rival an ecosystem and make you as a consumer give up more features for less. So in a way, yes, this video is about the Beats Studio Buds and a comparison between the earbuds that I already talked about. But it's also about what it takes for an independent product to go up against an ecosystem. And right now, for this conversation, the Beats Studio Buds just ain't ready to do that. But I wanna know what y'all think about that. If you're new to my channel, my name is D-Dames and I make videos about tech and lifestyle. If you enjoy those 2 things, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the like button for sure. And again, write a comment, let me know what you guys are thinking. See you guys soon. Stay blessed.